Now, where to begin? I've always wanted to play a British female lead. It was a brilliant book series that needed to be brought to life.
The Enola Holmes book series was completely so descriptive. The dressing at the time, the background.
The costume, the streets of London, the time period is a big part of the movie.
Enola goes on a journey that has been very well crafted by our makeup and costume department.
Costume was such a fun part of this movie for Enola because it is a movie about a girl who's trying to figure out who she wants to be. And throughout that journey, she's trying on a lot of different identities.
Look at you. You're in such a mess.
The first dress she ends up in is kind of her casual look, something that her mother dresses her in, no corset, you know, very loose fitting.
I wanted to start with a very particular look, almost homemade, and that wonderful feeling of liberation and freedom.
I'll pay you £5 to swap clothes with me.
In order to escape from the house, she dresses up in Sherlock's childhood clothes.
You're not a boy at all.
So she goes in as this boy, and she comes out from those curtains as a young woman, corseted, very much in the shape of the 1880s.
Why are you dressed like a powder puff?
She starts to identify who she is as a person and what she likes on her body, which is definitely a coming-of-age story in itself.
You see by the nature of the clothing what society was like. Everything was very wrapped up and uniform and straight, and things were a particular way, and they look magnificent. But they are very restrictive when you're wearing these things. And I feel like that was a reflection of society.
Enola almost doesn't belong in any period. She's grown up in this beautiful, isolated household. When she leaves Ferndale and she goes off on this adventure, it's really the first time she's encountering the real world.
So this is where we part.
The look of the film is about these two worlds, the world that she comes from and the world that she's come to. We wanted London to be a really busy, intimidating, sort of bustly, busy place. There's this colour palette in the film that informed pretty much everything we did.
Enola's mother and Enola, whenever you see them, you tend to see them surrounded by soft greens and blues and naturalistic forms. Everything's sort of soft and curving. If you contrast that with London, and where we see Sherlock or Mycroft, where it's very strong reds and browns and hard lines.
Come on, Sherlock!
The guiding principle for the look of the film was always make it real, but make it eccentric. Make it something that we want to pay attention to. So within reality, find those particulars, find those details that really pop. And I think that our production did such a beautiful job in bringing the world to life.
It's not only the locations and props and the accessories, it's the costumes. It is the world that we create. There's so many people involved in order to make it feel like that. I'm never more taken aback than when I walk onto a new location and see the world that we're living in.